Many of the cast members for Leigh Bardugo's Grishaverse have been announced, including one of the main characters in Six of Crows named Kaz Brekker. We can officially put a face to that name with the actor Freddie Carter, who I'm personally really excited to see play Kaz, but before the announcement, I'd started my own character art for this character based on the descriptions we get of him in the books, so that's what today's video is. I'll be going into Kaz's backstory a little bit during the time-lapse portion of the character art in this video, but I'll keep all major reveals about him absent so as to not spoil anyone who hasn't read the books. I'll also be giving some shout-outs to other artists at the end of the video, so be sure to stick around to see some really stunning depictions of this character. Jumping into it, Kaz Brekker is arguably the main character out of the several perspectives we get in the Six of Crows duology. He's also one of the leaders in a gang known as the Dregs that the story is somewhat centered around, and this particular gang often identifies themselves with the symbol of a crow and cup tattoo on their forearms. Kaz does indeed have this particular tattoo, but he also takes this identification to the next level by carrying around a cane with a crow's head at its top. And the cane isn't simply for show, as Kaz does use it to assist him in walking. When he first came to the city of Ketterdam, where the Six of Crows story takes place, he ended up acquiring an injury that never quite healed properly in his leg, and now he actually does use this particular cane to help him walk. Like all things with Kaz, though, the cane became a part of his reputation, and rather than seeing his reliance on it as a weakness, people have come to fear the beatings that Kaz is likely to give with it. The cane isn't the only notable oddity about Kaz. He's also known to always wear dark gloves, and while most rival gang members and even members of his own gang don't exactly know why he wears the gloves, the reader eventually comes to realize that Kaz cannot touch other people's skin without becoming physically ill. This particular struggle stems from Kaz's PTSD, which came about after a plague struck the city of Ketterdam during his childhood. Though the details of exactly what Kaz went through during this time do a very good job of showing us just how traumatic the plague was for him and what it cost him, I do think it's best to leave that part of his backstory out so as to not spoil those of you who haven't read it. In present day, Kaz allows no one to know of this particular weakness, and just like his cane, his gloves have come to be another piece of the reputation he's crafted for himself. Though Kaz presents himself as someone ruthless and in control, we do see glimpses of his humanity beneath his ruse. Kaz acts as though he cares about nothing but money and power, but other characters note the way he seems almost pained by the simple way they are able to show friendly affection through touch, and how it's possible a part of Kaz wishes to have the companionship that comes so easily to others. Despite these occasional glimpses, Kaz is by no means all talk and no show. We do see him hand out beatings to those he thinks deserves them, and his hands are by no means clean when it comes to others' lives. If anyone chances crossing Kaz Brekker, it's very likely that Kaz will do everything he can to ruin them, hurt them, or kill them. This is especially true of a specific man who conned Kaz and someone that Kaz cared about during his childhood. Much of Kaz's drive can be credited to this specific man who wronged him, and we see Kaz reach levels of obsession when it comes to his ploys to take this particular man down. It's this wild desperation Kaz to take this man down that pushes him to accept a near impossible job at the beginning of Six of Crows. The job is dangerous, and though Kaz knows he's not likely to make it out alive, he accepts anyway, as the reward money would set him on the path to revenge far faster than any street-level job could. It's during the planning and execution of this job that we see Kaz's scheming come to life. In some ways, we as the reader never quite know what trick Kaz has up his sleeve next, making you constantly wonder if he's been outsmarted or if he's already planned on whatever misfortune has befallen him and his gang. As for Kaz's appearance, he's described as having pale skin, a sharp jaw, a lean build, and dark hair cut short on the sides. His eyes are a shade of brown, coffee-colored in dark lighting, and tea-colored in the sun. His clothing is often well-tailored, dark, and businesslike, which he says is a means to mock the businessmen he often considers to be nothing more than thieves and criminals accepted by society. In my opinion, Kaz is a great example of a morally gray character done well. You know you probably wouldn't actually like him if you knew him in real life. You don't condone all of his actions, but as the reader, you understand why he is the way he is, you sympathize with him, and you often find yourself kind of rooting for him. Moving on now to some other artist shoutouts. I'll have my art account and all of these accounts linked down below, so definitely be sure to check them out. If you'd like to see more videos like this, whether they're more Grishaverse videos or more art videos, I'll have both of my playlists linked down below. And if you'd like to see sneak peeks of upcoming art projects or get access to special character art polls, you can join my Patreon. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the other beautiful pieces of Kaz fan art, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.